Hello everybody. Yeah, back to it, I guess. Gonna be sticking with Sultai again today. I still think this is A, very well positioned, and B, a deck I understand a heck of a lot more than basically all other decks. Hold on. Kept meaning to do that all of last night. So we're gonna stick with this. I still like this version. I still think Wildgrowth Walkers are very important at the moment. I still think Assassin Trophy is better than Cast Down for the moment. But yeah. Oh. Yes, I changed the card back. I need to save as well as exit. And yet we made it to Plat 2 last night. Halfway up Plat 2, in fact. So another 5 wins more than losses tonight, and we'll be back in Diamond, which obviously a little annoying that we didn't get there last night, but thank you very much for that, computer. Perfect. I've set it up so that you wouldn't actually see that. Handy. Right, let's get back to it. Sultai and play. How's everyone doing this evening? How are we all going? Let's see if we can rank up back to Diamond. Well, that's not even a particularly good hand. I'm going to mulligan that. That's not a good handy. Wow. We are just getting wrecked by the shuffler in game 1. I'll tell you what, we'll keep that and we'll scry a non-land. Okay, looks like we're up against the mirror. Looks like we're going to get wrecked. Yep, mirror. Cool. Let's move on with our lives, shall we, folks? Malta 4, C. Did we see? We saw 2 lands in the 6er. And maybe I could have kept that, but it wasn't a particularly good hand. Like, we have better 5s than that 6 by quite a long way. Right then. Tempted to bring in the negates. Don't think that's actually correct. Right, what comes out? The Wildgrowth Walkers come out. I think it's the Cast Downs and then maybe the Crow Harpooners. Like, it could just be the Ritual of Soots. I could definitely see that, but no, I think this is a better line to take here. Still not 100% on how we're meant to actually sideboard in the mirror match, which I know is kind of hilarious and stupid. Yep, we'll try playing first again. That is a keepable hand. We will keep that hand. Off to a far better start here. We're going to graveyard you. I'd rather get a blue source for this Hydroid Crisis than anything else. Well, guess what my opponent drew this turn? Be aggressive. Be aggressive. There was an argument for casting down the Hydroid Crisis, the Lana Rolls. I don't think it's worth it, and we're going to graveyard that. We've got a find in hand to get it back. I'm going to graveyard that. We need lands. Jade Light here? Oh, or nothing. Interesting. That's also somewhat interesting. Okay, they're going for the Cast Down on the Jade Light Ranger. That's cool. Okay. That changes the math a little bit. I was a little bit like, maybe we are meant to cast down this Llanowar Elves, but no. See if we can hit a land here. Yes! That's actually kind of perfect. I'm going to find finality here. Let's find a Carnage Tyrant and a Jadelight Ranger, I think. The other option was actually, instead of the Carnage Tyrant, get the Llanowar Elves back, because we can go Jadelight Llanowar Elves, set up for a nice big Krasis the turn after. But and then obviously there was also an option on a cast down on this Llanowar Elves here, but okay, well there's land number 5. Kind of feeling like I wish it was a blue source, but what can you do? What can you do? Oh, okay. Opponent has cast... Sure. My opponent's hand is really weird. They're giving up a lot of like very important spells. You can go in the graveyard. And they didn't like cast a Vivian Reed or anything like that. So the question that I'm dealing with here is, do I want to hold up the cast down this turn? It's effectively going to cost me 2 life next turn when I want to play the Carnage Tyrant as well. Yeah, I think we do. I think the 2 life isn't going to super matter. Okay, there's a cast down on my Jailer Ranger. So, we're definitely doing this, and we're definitely shocking for it. I think we're just playing out the Carnage Tyrant. I mean, I know they know it's coming. And the fact that they keep casting down my creatures does really make me think that they've got an Eldest Reborn here. Good to know I've still got it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still holding up the cast down. Okay, let's play this Watery Grave. So that's going to trigger. I'm going to be forced to discard a card, and then get rid of Woodland Cemetery. Okay. Let's get back that Carnage Tyrant. Cool. Realistically, the best options they've got is like Jadelight Ranger. Oh, I was going to make that change to my deck, wasn't I? Put the Eldest Reborn in instead of the Wrath. Oh, well, that's annoying. But we've got the Contempt for her, so... Okay, so standing pat with the Carnage Tyrant's really interesting. Yeah, I can play the land rolls and have cast down and Vraska's Contempt available. Think I'm sending here. I think I want to send. Yeah, I think that's the correct move. Obviously, we could do with a Vivian Reed of our own. Okay, then. There's their Hydroid Crisis. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of Vivian Reed as well. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. So we play the land and we can make it a 7/7. How big is theirs going to be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If they hit a land, they could make theirs a 7/7. So it might be worth just making ours as big as possible. That is right, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Yeah. Well, there's a Vivian Reed, which obviously deals quite nicely with a Hydro Crisis. I was a little bit worried about the Hostage Taker, I will be honest. That was kind of my fear earlier on when I didn't play the the Hydro Crisis and played out the Carnage Tyrant instead. Okay, and they're going to cast it for X's 2 and draw a card. It's not the biggest problem in the world. In fact, it might be right to Vivian Reed tick down and kill the Hydro Crisis. Actually, should go up to 6. No, it's actually right to tick her up, isn't it? Yeah, I'll have one of those. I kind of figured that they'd have a Contempt here. Oh, man. Fine from our opponent there. Oh, hello. You're pretty good, aren't you? So we could again tick her up. And we've still got the activation with the Incubation Druid in case we don't find anything we particularly want to cast this turn. But we would still have 6 mana. So a 4/4 Crisis isn't off the table. Mythic Branchwalker, pretty good. Just to have something to do here, I think. So the plan here is when they attack my Vivian Reed, we go block the Hostage Taker with the land rolls, block the Jade Light with the Incubation Druid, activate the Incubation Druid, and hopefully keep my Vivian Reed around. So let's go to blockers. And part of the reason that we don't block the Hostage Taker there is obviously if we put the Hostage Taker in the graveyard, they do get to just bring it back, and then we die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Make an 8/8 Krasis and then still play J-Light Ranger. Probably play J-Light Ranger first, right? Yeah, let's tick Vivian Reed down and kill this Hydro Krasis. Obviously, they're just going to get it back, but... Okay, that works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, then. Still get to make an 8/8 Krasis. No, we don't. We get to make a 9/9 Krasis. That works. And we picked up some removal there. Hostage Taker cast down. That's pretty good hits. That is some pretty good hits. Okay, Vivian Reed kill my Hydro Krasis. Kill my Vivian Reed with their Hydro Krasis. That's sad. I was like, why do they still have that in a post board? They didn't know what we were on because we didn't play any lands in game 1. Okay, well, they found back their Carnage Tyrants and things. I think we're going to cast down the Wild Growth Walker. Because that actually has some value while it's on the board. Let's kill this Vivian Reed. Yeah. And then I think we get a little bit greedy and hope that they play the Hydro Krasis next turn. That seems decent. Let's leave that on top. And we'll have one of those and one of those. Just trying to ramp up a little bit. Hopefully they go for the Hydro Krasis, the big draws. Oh, they didn't. They went for the Carney T. And a Wild Growth Walker. Interesting. Interesting. Well, this is unfortunate because obviously what I wanted to do was steal their bigger Krasis, but you don't always get what you want, do you? Obviously hoping for no removal spell here. Looks like they don't have an instant speed removal spell available to them, which is handy. We've got 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 mana currently available. Cool. Let's make this a 10/10, shall we? Yep. Well, there's all my Assassin's trophies. how many Krasis have they got in their graveyard? None. There's one in their hand. Oh yeah, of course, and the other one they cast was actually mine. Okay, well you can take an Assassin's Trophy. That is the only choice you have. Of course, we are at 17 here, so this could be a little bit rough. Oh, that was a solid draw right there. So yeah, I'm going to take that Hydroid Krasis. I need to leave up like either maybe 4 mana. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 on the board. 1, 2, sorry, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I could spend 10 on it and hold up both Assassin's Trophies still, so I can make an 8-8 again. And draw 4. I'm not against that. We should attack first. Possibly I should have attacked with more there. Yeah, there's 10 mana, so we'll make this an 8-8. Cool. The reason we wanted to leave up Assassin's Trophy was this. Exactly this. Their best removal spell for the Hydroid Krasis is the Hostage Taker. And we can counter the Hostage Taker's ability. Leaving us with very, very lethal on the board. But we also wanted it in case of Wild Growth Walker and J-Light Ranger turns. They didn't have the Rangers. Ooh. Don't think we navigated that one perfectly, but I think we did do a not bad job. Right. So they have their Duresses. Either they have them main board or they sided them in against us, which would be kind of weird, but I sort of understand it. I don't think it's particularly good in this matchup. You know, obviously Vivian Reed's pretty good to take. Fine Finality can be pretty annoying to deal with. Like I say, that Cry of the Carnarium should definitely just be a Eldest Reborn. I need to fix that after this game. Yeah, I think we can actually keep that. Jade Light makes this a kind of keepable hand, actually. Okay, we could do with not drawing any more lands, obviously. Okay, they get to play their Jade Light Ranger 2 turns ahead of us. That's a problem. Okay, well. Opponent is attempting to shorten this game. Offering up a Llanowar Elves trade there. Spell, please. Okay. More relevant spell, please. I'm going to take the 2 here. I know they've got edict effects. I know we don't have edict effects. Taking the 2 there means that we're not taking 2 off these Llanowar Elves. Okay, seriously, can we stop drawing lands, please? I think I'm going to block with the Llanowar Elves next turn if they attack again. Pointing a cast down at my J-Lot Ranger. Or even, I suppose, a Ratska's Contempt. They played out a lot of removal early on last game. Branchwalker finds Branchwalker. Branchwalker gets in the bin. I think I agree with that. Okay, seriously, what is this? I mean, I know that the keep was a little bit on the sketchy side. We kept a removal spell, and not a great removal spell either. And then we also... and 5 lands. But, I mean, come on, for real? Okay, that's a pretty good hit. Oh, they got the negate? Okay, no, good. Oh, it's Memorial to Folly. That's what he's asking them if they'd like to activate. Got the Contempt. And instead of letting me pick before they choose to Contempt, again, people just firing it off in response. It's like, no, let me pick. Carnage Tyrant. I was going to say, are they going to fire off the Memorial here to get back J-Lo Ranger? Yeah, apparently so. See, I personally think that Wildgrowth Walker is just wrong to be there. It's like, well done, you've gained 6 life. That is not what this matchup is about. You know, if we'd drawn literally any other spell there, I would have cast it over the Carnage Tyrant, just so that we weren't so massively overexposed to a Eldritch Reborn here. But we have drawn basically nothing but land. Well, all of my lands now come in untapped, so I might as well play the one that they know about. Oh, okay, they didn't have the Eldritch Reborn, they've got Vivian Reed instead. That's a good start. Not another J-Light? Seeker Squire's not great. Cool, backup Carnage Tyrant. Not bad. Oh, and the Jade Light. Please let that and the Jade Light be your 2 blocks. Oh, dang. Oh, well. Oh, yes. The 3-for-1. Sweet. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we attack for 14, they go to 15. They attack for 7. We go to 7. Yeah, we can't attack. That's super tilting. Oh, come on! Jesus! Ugh. Okay, they're going to keep that on top. It's... Oh, okay. I think I would have kept the J-Light Ranger on top. It's just something to do with your mana next turn. I've got so much mana. Does it really matter if I cast down now? I think it might. If I hit my best, which is obviously the Hydro Crazes, I want to make it as big as possible. And I'm pretty convinced that what they've got in hand is a nice. That's actually really good. We wanted them to do that. I'm pretty certain that what they've got is a Hostage Taker in hand. We don't care. We just need to play. Right. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We've got 10 lands on the battlefield already. There's no point making this one bigger. Oh, hey, Danny. One more land for what? What's the... Oh, let's just play an Overgrown Tomb. Enters tapped. Well, we found a Vivian Reed, at least. Yep, obvious Hostage Taker. We had to. We had no cards in hand either. Let's kill that thing. Are we on the Defend the Vivian Reed plan? They attack with all of this. I can block here, here, blow that thing up, keep Vivian Reed at 1, give them another land. I think it's better than the alternative, which is to attack them down to 18. At least try and keep this Vivian Reed around. Yep, obviously. That on there. That on there. And then be super sad when they cast their own Vivian Reed this turn. This is the exact matchup where Assassin's Trophy feels both brilliant and awful. Eldest Reborn. I think I'm going to sacrifice the Carnage Tyrant. I've got ways of getting that back. Yep, misses bad. We had too long just playing lands, basically. Still don't think there should be Wildgrowth Walkers in this deck anymore, post-board. J-Lot Ranger was a very good hit. See if we can also get another very good hit off of this. Hostage Taker, you say? Hostage Taker, you say? That's probably the take. Wish we could have had that find, though. Because obviously they're just going to get back. Oh, well, I suppose they've got a Carnage Tyrant in the graveyard as well, don't they? Yeah, let's take the Hostage Taker. Just because it's like a 3-for-1 here. What do we got? Be something good. That counts. I mean, there's a possibility that if I play the hostage taker, what they'll get back with Eldritch Report. Sorry, if I play the Krasis, what they'll get back is a hostage taker, which would be pretty brutal, to be perfectly honest. Oh, well, they found a hostage taker anyway, so. Are they going to do the thing? Yes, they are. Sweet. That's pretty cool to see. Say, take my Jade Light. Cast the Jade Light. Attack my Vivian Reed. That's pretty gross. That was a pretty gross turn right there. And a Carnage Torrent on top. We are so dead. We are so incredibly dead. What on earth have you got for 4 mana? Why not just Contempt the Wildgrowth Walker and attack the Vivian Reed? I mean, yeah, let's just move on with our lives, shall we, folks? That was an interesting one. The fact that we lost game 1 because we mulled to 4 and found no lands, mulled to 5 and found no lands. No, we did mull to 4 in the end, didn't we? Yeah. All right, and we also killed a heck of a lot of our opponent's creatures in that game. Let's run it back. Oh no! Cancel. Cancel. I need to fix the deck. And from the sideboard, you can go away. Yes, perfect. You can get in. Sweet. Been talking about making that change since like the middle of last night's stream. I just keep failing to. I think this person likes roller coasters. That, or they really like putting their drinks down on a solid surface. Keep. Open with a watery grave. Make my opponent maybe think that we're on control. Sometimes it makes people play out the wrong things. Oh, it's Gruul Warriors. Okay then. I'm kind of going to hope that they don't have the removal spell for this Wildgrowth Walker. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they just don't. You should kill it if you can. Yeah. There we go. I mean, I suppose what I could have done is played the Llanowar Elves there. And then next turn gone Wildgrowth Walker, Merfolk Branch Walker. If they'd held up the Lightning Strike, obviously that would have been awkward. If they'd had the Lava Coil, that would have also been awkward. But yeah, that was probably the better move. Right, so we're going to go Merfolk Branch Walker. We're going to bin that one. We kind of want to land here. Right. Obviously, we could just be playing this Llanowar Elves out into a Chain Whirler, which would be bad and annoying and sad. And a lot of other ad words. Okay, so they missed their land drop. But we're about to miss ours. So... Okay. Which is interesting. They've got a hand filled with at least 5 spells if they've hit the land this turn. We could be in for a bit of a rough ride here. Kind of want them to just send with both. Yeah, you got to do something, opponent. Oh. Coil, interesting. I do not want to give them this land with this Assassin's Trophy. I think now it would be fine to give them the land, though. So I think that Pelt Collector can go away. I did not want to give them that land. Okay, cool. They got a forest. No blocks. Land off the top, please. Oh, dang it. Here was me like, oh, we can get out of this. It's annoying because I kind of want the finality. And also deciding which of these two to play here is a bit tricky. I think we just run it out and hope that they don't have the removal spell for us, because that would be annoying. We're also not blocking with it this turn, but we're at least threatening blocks with it. The reason we're not blocking with it is because they can go Colossus. Yeah, look, they've got it. Yep, obvious. Khan, interesting. Oh, you can have the mountain. You seem to have started hitting lands, which is annoying, but understandable. That's also a bit annoying. Think we're gonna... I think we've got a Merfolk Branchwalker here. Okay, that's actually fine. Give me a land. No, I'm good for lands now. Cast Carnage Tyrant next turn, unless they cast a big dragon here, in which case we're definitely casting Vivian Reed and just killing the stupid thing. Okay. Oh, this is going to be a... What's his face? The Hexproof dude. Spellbreaker. Yep. And they're going to give it haste. Oh, no. Interesting. Interesting. And now plussing on the Khan. Well, you know what? You can have another mountain then. Ah, they had a Grove Chamber Guardian in hand. Interesting. Right, I think we're meant to just play out this Carnage Tyrant here. This should just dominate the board now. If we draw a land or a Merfolk Branchwalker, we can tick Vivian Reed up and get the other one and pump this Wildgrowth Walker. Yeah, exactly. Next turn, which of these Vivians do we like? Do we like Vivian 1, Vivian 2, or Vivian 3? You can still have a land. I've kept giving... I started giving you lands and now I have to keep giving you lands. Yeah, that's another 4/4. Could we find another finality here? Find finality. Okay, well. Oh, that's actually kind of a tough one. I think we're taking the Hydroid Crisis, though. I think that's the plan here. We do need to start knocking down this Khan a little bit. But I mean, at the same time, I don't want to just give up my Carnage Tyrant. I haven't got a way of getting it back at the moment, so yep. Obvious line is obvious. Like I say, if we can get another finality here, that'd be pretty good. Hydrocrisis helps us there. -1. Get back Durgan. Durgan gets haste, punches Vivian Reed. Yep. Okay, mildly surprised that they didn't Colossus it, but whatever. Incubation Druid is good in a couple of turns. We can cast it and activate it this turn, which is decent. And then we can have a bigger Hydroid Crisis. But to be fair, I think the turn after. So what I'm expecting to happen is that this Skargan Hellkite's going to go at Vivian Reed again. Next turn, I'll play a Vivian Reed, take it down, kill the Skargan Hellkite. So that kind of means I just want to play a Hydroid Crisis. I think because we've got the lands any... Well, no, we don't, do we? We've got 1, 2... We can make it a 6/6 already. Yeah, okay, we're going to take this Incubation Druid. Wow, okay, that was a pretty good set of draws right there. Yeah, no attacks again. Still, we haven't found an actual, like, contempt or something for this Khan or an Assassin's Trophy. There's 5 answers. Oh, we've used an Assassin's Trophy. Yeah, there we go. I figured that there was a Collision Colossus in their hand. Have I got enough? If I find another land next turn, I've actually got enough to go Hostage Taker, steal your Skargan, play your Skargan. Which is pretty decent. That's annoying. Yeah, I wondered if that was going to happen. So what's this an attack for? Many. That's unfortunate. That will be 12ing me. It's a bit of a shame because obviously I'd like my Wildgrowth Walker to live. We just found a freaking Jadelight Ranger. Yeah, alright. I guess this is what we've got to do. Oh, no. I counted wrong, of course. Yes. That is kind of what that deck does. It gets really out of hand. Okay, then. Rituals of Soot, Eldest Reborn, Cast Downs, Harpooners. Thrashing Bronzedons are not exactly what we want here. Problem is, I basically want everything in my deck in this matchup. They do seem to be a bit more heavily red, which means I probably want to take out these Jadelight Rangers. Actually, the Harpooners are medium in this matchup. If we get Chain Whirled, it's bad, so maybe the Lantern Elves are meant to come out. I really don't know, though. Carnage Tyrant holds the ground down so well. And Finality kills basically all of their stuff. No, I'll tell you what, we'll take... No, we'll leave in some of the Jade-like Rangers, the Lantern Elves rather. We'll take out... We'll trim a Vivian Reed. We'll trim an Assassin's Trophy. We're bringing in more removal anyway. Like that. It's not great, but I was running out of time there. I don't know what it is I'm meant to be doing in this matchup. Like, I'm clearly the control deck, but I don't know how control-y I can get. Yep, that's a good hand. We'll keep that hand. They're kind of forced to play to the board here, which means that I at least get one turn with the Wild Growth Walker. Oh, Zertar. Hasting? No, 3-3ing. That's a good find. That's a pretty decent find right there. Could we maybe tap correctly, game? There we go. That can stay right there. That's a really good hit. If we'd had that last game, that stupid Khan wouldn't have just kept ticking up. If they've got the Lava Coil, they have to play it here and take care of this Wild Growth Walker, just in case I go Jade-like Ranger next turn. But what that means is that this Zertar Goblin can't really attack. Yep, there we go. Sweet. Yep, and I'll take the Hydroid Crisis. Not bad. Kind of expecting a Collision Colossus here. You know, Zertar Goblin, attack Vivian Reed, block, Collision Colossus. Run me over. Okay, then. Or they've got a Lightning Strike? Okay, no. They're just going to deal some damage to Vivian Reed. Sure, sure. See what we can find. A lot of lands. A lot of lands. I think we're going to take this Hinterland Harbour. 3 in hand? I think we ritual away this stuff. I mean, I know this is only effectively a 2 for 2. But we're keeping our Planeswalker in play. The only way they've really got of getting rid of her at this point is to go Dragon Haste. And at that point, they put a 4/4 Dragon on the board that my Hydroid Crisis at least trades with, unless they want to spend another spell on it. And then I've still got the Contempt. So, Spellbreaker. Again, you can give it haste. Oh, it's tapped wrong if they wanted to go Collision Colossus here. Ooh, that's surprisingly tempting, actually. We could take the Wild Growth, go Wild Growth and Merfolk Branchwalker. I was thinking of going and Vrasa's Contempting this Gruul Spellbreaker. No, we're at a high enough life total. I think that's actually what we're going to do. We're going to graveyard that one, though. We've made this game about Vivian Reed by doing all of this. Like that's sort of been our plan here. We're making this game about Vivian Reed because I've managed to maintain control of her. Sorry about that. Well, there's an opposing Vivian Reed. She's a pretty good planeswalker. Yep, there's the Hellkite. Yeah, I'm going to take another one. So, to kill my Vivian Reed, they have to give up their own Vivian Reed. And I've just got more Hydroid Krasis. And a Memorial Folly to get them all back. This game feels pretty locked up at this point. I think it's going to take some seriously big plays from my opponent to get out of this. Yep. Kill my Vivian Reed. Blah. If we could draw another Vivian Reed and kill this Skargan, that would be funny. I'm going to make a 6/6 Hydroid Krasis. Nice, there's the other Vivian Reed. But next turn we do actually have enough mana to just go Hostage Taker, take the Skargan, cast the Skargan. Interesting. 3 red, 2 red, and a warrior red. Oh, of course, they've got the Chain Whirler combo. Yeah. Death Whirler! Doesn't matter. Deece? I'm going to put a counter on this one. Oh man, Vivian Reed killed the Skargan Hellkite. That's fine. It does not matter in the slightest. We'll probably be casting down. Yeah, let's cast down this Chain Whirler. Play a Vivian Reed. Tick up the Vivian Reed. Well, we'll take a Jade Light. And that Hydroid Krasis can stay right there. How many have I got left? 33. Good. Yeah, I was going to say. It's over, opponent. Do us all a favour and concede. Right, let me fix how I sideboarded, because that Hostage Taker should definitely be in. That Vivian Reed should definitely be in. Probably also the Assassin's Trophy. This is exactly where we were at the end of the last one. At the end of sideboarding last time. It's like, what on earth am I meant to take out here? I mean, maybe it is just the 3 Lanner Elves. They're good. They're very good. You know what? I'm not super hype on the Oldest Reborn here. Let's trim one of those. This is really hard. Like I say, all of our cards feel pretty good against them for various reasons. I mean, maybe this Carnage Tyrant just isn't worth it. I can buy that, actually. I don't know. This is a very tough one. Like that, maybe? That does not feel good. Yeah, Carnage Tyrant gives us some outs. Lanner Elves are... Yeah, we're just going to go for it. I don't know. With them on the play, our Lanner Elves are a lot more exposed because of Chain Whirler. That's a pretty good hand, though. Okay, Zertar, making it a 3-3. Yeah, yeah. If it lives, it's good. If it dies, eh. It was going to die eventually to my own Ritual of Soot, so, you know. No blocks. Okay, they're playing a Pelt Collector and then a Growth Chamber Guardian. Wow, okay. Yeah, we're definitely Ritual of Sooting next turn, but we might as well gain some life while we're here. Let's leave you right there. Please play out more low drops. Chain Whirler? You could Status Whirler. That'd be so devastating right here. Oh, okay, they didn't have it. Oh, okay. They're doing that before I untap so that I can't just point a removal spell at it in response. Reasonable. Very, very reasonable. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. I think this is still the line. I think it's still the line. Yeah, I was going to say, obviously, if they have a land, they can just play out the Growth Chamber Guardian and pump it in the same turn, which is not bad. Carnage Tyrant off the top, also not bad. Graveyard. Library. does appear that my opponent is living and dying on this Growth Chamber Guardian chain. Obviously, they've only got one left, so yeah. Unfortunate that I couldn't stop it earlier, but what can you do? Well, that's a reasonable hit. We're at 30. Let's send. See what they get up to. I imagine they're double blocking this Wild Growth Walker. At which point, I probably cast down one of them. Yeah, I think we're at such a high life total that actually we might as well just try and keep our stuff about here. Start getting a bit aggro. Oh, have they got it? No is apparently the answer. Double whirler, though. Double whirler, you say? Double whirler is actually super annoying. We can't get through that. We cannot get through that. Okay, we knew about that. Now we're just going to stare at each other for a bit. That's a pretty good draw, though. We at least get the Chain Whirler out of the way there, even if they do, like, double block something. Because it's not all happening in first strike damage, we will kill the Chain Whirler, and then next turn our attack kills whatever's left. Or them. So. Okay then, another one. That was a tough match. I mean, we lost that game 1, didn't we? Yeah, we lost the game 1 to them suddenly going, here's another Skargan Hellkite, attack you for like 10 billion. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's a bit better. I'm gonna bottom that. I may regret that later. Well, I drew it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I think it's Branch Walker as opposed to Incubation Druid here. Against control is find finality good enough? No, it isn't. Mostly just because we've got no creatures yet to actually find back. Okay. Well, Moto Bug. What the heck? Is this like a 4-color control deck? Okay, well, you know what? Just don't have the negate, please. Sweet. There we go. And now we're going off. Okay, yeah, this is looking like a Jeskai Blacklist or something. Or an Esper Red. Contempt on the Vivian Reed. Yes, of course. Kind of saw that one coming. So we want to just get this crisis down. That was a pretty medium hit there, but rather than like activating the druid, attacking for 3, and then okay. That's actually really interesting. What have we got in the graveyard? Branch Walker at the moment. What have they got in the graveyard? Nothing. I kind of feel like the Crisis has done its job. Ho! That was a really good hit. So we can activate the Incubation Druid, Assassin's Trophy, the Eldest Reborn. We can find Finality, the Crisis, and the Branch Walker back, and then, I don't know, discard a Wild Growth Walker, and then they have a Wild Growth Walker. Yeah, I quite like that, actually. Right. So we've been defined off of an Explore, and then because of the perverseness of the magic gods, we actually ended up drawing 2 finds. So, yeah, I think they can have a Wild Growth Walker if they want to Eldest Reborn that back. Did kind of figure that was what was going on there, though. 1, 2, 3, 8. Perfect. Let's see if this works. It's looking like it's going to. Okay, and you can have either a Wild Growth Walker or a Merfolk Branch Walker. Yep, there we go. Oh, Clarion. So this is just like a mash of, what, like 3 control decks? The Grixis one, the Esper one, and the Jeskai one. Yeah, that one doesn't really do very much at the moment, does it? Also there, we definitely wanted... yeah, I was going to say, they're going to have to kill their own Nicol Bolas here. That's funny. That's so funny to me. We definitely wanted to have it so that we weren't Assassin's Trophying the Nicol Bolas, because then they would have just gotten it back, and that's part of, you know, Grixis' game plan. Hydroid Crisis for 6 here. Seems fine. Or we can just go Wild Growth and Jade Light. Yeah, I'm feeling the Wild Growth into Jade Light play. Just puts a ton of power on the board, forces them to find a Wrath. We're actually going to bin that Jade Light, though. I think we're going to bin this fine finality. And just Assassin's Trophy this stupid bolus. Seriously? Oh, that's tilting. Yeah, resolves. I suppose what we've actually got to do now then is steal the bolus, hope they don't find a removal spell for this hostage taker. Because that'd be real bad for us. One time, no whammies? Oh, come on! Jesus. Of course. And of course, we find the land. That's bullshit. I'm sorry, folks, but that's complete bullshit. It's like one time I needed you not find exactly Lava Coil or Mortify. Oh, for fuck's sake. What's his flip side do? Draw 2 cards, deals 10 damage to target creature or planeswalker. Target creature or planeswalker card from your graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. There's not many good ones going on at the moment. There's not even a backup bolus or anything. Hostage Taker's probably the best one. That's annoying. Yeah, they'd go Hostage Taker, steal probably the Incubation Druid, replay the Incubation Druid. Then they've got 2 blockers to protect the Nicol Bolas. God damn it. The thing is, like, Grixis control is actually really hard for us. Because their main game plan involves the Eldest Reborn. And that means that our best card against control decks, i.e. Carnage Tyrant, isn't actually as game-ending as he usually is. And you couldn't have drawn that last turn? That's 5. That's 8. I can have an 8/8 here. Transform it, obviously. Yeah. Okay, and not flipping the Nicol Bolas. Interesting. Like, you've got Search for Azcan, and now you don't actually need Nicol Bolas, I suppose. I kind of want them to just have, like, this be nothing, and then fail to find anything relevant with the Search for Azcanta, and then not realise that they're just dead to my attack. That'd be funny to me. That'd be really funny. Come on, jeez. Yeah, mortify the crisis. Sure. That's okay. We'll take that. Is this a relevant card? It was a Thought Erasure. Semi-relevant, I guess. Contempt, they go up to 6. They contempt my biggest thing. They still die. They need to find a Wrath here. So I'm not going to bother playing out the Lana rolls. Not that it makes that big a difference. Moment of Craving shouldn't do it. Whoo! Okay, so we got real lucky at the end there with that hostage taker draw. But to be fair, we shouldn't have been put in that position because my opponent finding the one frickin' removal spell at the exact moment they needed it was bloody ridiculous. Okay, so part of the problem with fighting against these versions of the deck, the Grixis control decks, is that they get very mid-range. You know, they've got Bolas, they've got Niv Mizzet. I don't think this one can play Niv Mizzet, because it is, after all, running 4 colours, so that might be pushing it quite a lot. So, yeah, I think I want to cut the hostage takers. As good as they were there, it was only good because we had enough time to set up to the point where we could go, steal your Bolas, play your Bolas. And we hit the hostage takers both times at, like, the exact right moments to do that. So, so I think they can come out here. Find Finalities are medium. Wildgrowth Walker is obviously also very medium. So let's put in the Eldest Reborns. Thrashing Bronzodon, Kroll Harpooner, and then 2, 3. I feel like we need the negates here. Maybe we can trim a Contempt and a Branch Walker. Yeah. Yeah, Find actually has some really useful interactions with against these decks, because obviously if they Eldest Reborn, jeez, I keep forgetting the name of that card. That's a tough hand, but I think it's a mulligan. That's arguably a far worse hand. I think with a Scry we'll keep that. Oh, no. We're going to bottom that land that allows us to play negate? I think so. I think we need some level of early action. I mean, maybe I should have just kept the Jade Light Ranger hand. I don't know. Oh, come on. Now we're just getting trophy flooded. Of course, if my opponent's turned into a mid-range deck here, that's not the worst thing in the world, but I don't particularly want to start picking off creatures with Assassin's trophies, you know? Okay, well that's actually super interesting, because it means we're holding up negate here. For stuff like that. If we can get another land here and get Vivian Reed down, I'll be pretty happy with that. Nope, instead we hit another trophy. Bum bum wow. Yeah, and then I think we're just going to get rid of the Teferi. We've actually got a pretty stocked hand, so even if they counter this Vivian Reed, I'm not too unhappy with it. Okay, and they didn't, which means they're probably just contempting it next turn, but we at least get an activation out of her. I think we're going to take that Woodland Cemetery. Well, Eldest Reborn, you say? Well, have I got a land for you? I mean, deal for you. Let's do this now before we're forced to discard anything. Yep, you can have another land. Nikki B. Sure. We're going to discard this Woodland Cemetery. And then you're going to have another land. Yep, cool. Right. Do you have another one? And by that I mean Eldest Reborn, not Bolus. I'd lay odds that they did. Okay, or not. Your opponent pushed you a 4-color, no green ramp. Yeah. Yeah, I have accidentally ramped my opponent for 3 extra land this game. But, hey. What can you do? We could play a 4/4 Hydro Crisis, draw 2 cards. I'm not against that, actually. Or we could just play the next Carnage turn, and if they don't have an answer for both of them, then they die. Feels like they might just die here. Oh, way to gain some life. Sure, sure. Oh, except I don't have any creatures in my graveyard. Does she say opponent's graveyard? Single graveyard. They could have exiled their Nikki B. What do you got, opponent? Nothing. Sweet. Nice. Nice. These are some long games, huh? Oh, I love it. I love it. I was like, why did that tick up to? We cast 2 Nicol Bolas, and Nicol Bolas is a red spell. That's pretty funny. Run it back. You think there's a meme there, Ben? Maybe. Maybe. Oh, that's a mulligan. It's probably a keep. Alright, I mean, against some decks, that is just a heck of a curve. Against a control deck, not so much. And obviously, if they thought Erasure is here and take the Jade Light, we are just hooped. I wonder if they'll counter this. I'd be really sad if they did. Yeah. Okay, if we could start drawing some spells. No, I said spells. Yeah, we're dead this game. Contempt off the top? even then, we're not in this. Sure, whatever. Oh, no. Oh, hello. We get to kill that Teferi in 2 attacks, and if they don't have the counter spell for the Assassin's Trophy, looks like they do. Wow, full Kaya's Wrath. Without even drawing a card from the from Teferi first, seems a little bit. If they have this counter spell, we're conceding. Moving to game 2. Cool. Oh, right. Negate. Duress. Eldest Reborn. Harpooner. Bronte. Fines are a bit medium. We probably don't need both of those contempts. The hostage takers are pretty bad, and then all of these wild growth walkers. Yeah, that seems decent. Run it back. Ow. That hurt. Keep. Seems decent. I mean, if we draw Vivian Reed next turn, I'm going and playing the Lanner out. What? What? I was all blasé about it. I was like, I'm definitely just playing the Lanner Elf so that I can turn free Vivian Reed. I think I am as well. I think I am. We obviously need to hit the land off the top, but... And not have them have Thought Erasure here. That would be really good. Just no Thought Erasure? Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, they're going to kill my Lanner Elf. Oh, okay. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. Oh, we would have done it as well. Oh, no, we wouldn't have. That comes in tapped. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's calm it down. No? No. But I am definitely glad we hit 2 spells there. Makes this Jadelight Ranger a lot scarier. Oh, damn it. Yeah, kind of figured. Drawing an Assassin's Trophy is not great there. Pretty convinced we're about to get Kaya's Wrath out of this match. Hostage Taker. Hostage Taker? Okay. Ah, oh, dang it. I was hoping they'd steal my Jadelight Ranger. Could have just Assassin's Trophy'd the Taker and took it all back. I'll have that, Funko. Yeah, you can have that. One short of lethal. God ram it. Still Lanner Elf. Play Lanner Elf? Yeah, seems reasonable. Seems reasonable. Oh, bastard! Oh, come on. Are they just going to double block it? I think that's the worst move. Like, your deck is literally filled with removal. You're going to find something for this Thrashing Brondodon, aren't you? Okay, they're going to take it all? That's weird. That's really weird. Okay. So they do actually have counter magic up here. But I could kill this hostage taker, or try and kill this hostage taker, because that will present lethal. Oh, but we're presenting lethal anyway. Amusingly, so if I Assassin's Trophy, they gain 3 if they absorb. And now this isn't lethal. Currently, they have to double block here. But if they don't have it, we just win the game. I think that's a chance worth taking. Hello. Oh, they've got Contempt. Well, we got him! Okay, so they've gone pretty mid-range with hostage takers there. I imagine that there's Thief of Sanities as well. Might be worth putting this Contempt back in and just removing this finality entirely. Yeah. It's a keep. It's an awkward keep, but it's a keep. It's awkward because we've got these 2 Llanowar Elves and neither of them are getting played on turn 1. If that had been an untapped green source on turn 1, that would have been excellent. As it is, we're probably just playing the Branch Walker next turn, hoping to find another land. Very much hoping to find another land, preferably a green source. No, you don't count. Oh, that works. Do I Branch Walker Llanowar Elves? I feel like I do. We do still need more lands, so... Absorb the Merfolk Branch Walker. Yeah, alright, sure. I've got lands, they're just creatures as well. Okay, so they missed their 4th land drop. They have no black sources. They've got a hand filled with spells and no actual removal. They've used an absorb, which means that the likelihood is that they don't have another one. Sweet. I love it when I call it right. We're at least 2 turns away from a Kaya's Wrath. And that's if they hit a black source right here and then next turn. Well, they hit a black source here. Okay, you can take either my Carnage Tyrant or my Hydroid Krasis. Yeah, I figured they'd take the Krasis. They definitely have a Wrath in hand. That's all there is to it. And I think playing into that is probably the wrong thing. So let's just attack them down here. I'm going to pay the 2 life. We hold up the Vrasta's Contempt that way. Okay, they found the black source, and here's the Wrath. Okay, we knew that was coming. Like, we just knew that was coming. Okay, Branch Walker's a good hit off the top. As actually is a land. Teferi, Hero of Standard. Okay. So now comes the question, do we present them with lethal and hope that they don't have another Wrath? Or do we try and contempt this Teferi and hope that they don't have another counterspell? And just play a little bit of a longer game. It's annoying because obviously what we've seen one of each. So it doesn't actually affect our judgment here. Oh. I'm going to go Carnage Tyrant. The upside here, like the downside on okay, so they had it. Yeah, sure. Like, so what I was saying is the upside if they don't have it is we win the game. The downside if they do have it is we keep playing. Okay, don't have the negate? Oh, come on! Why do you have a negate against me? I'm a creature deck! I mean, yeah, sure, I've got Vivian Reed, but that's bull. That's total bull. His opponent has drawn like a fracking god this match. Yeah, cool, we died. Yeah, that's annoying. I mean, so yeah, all of our best spells are non-creature spells, apart from Hydroid Krasis and Carnage Tyrant. So really it's Assassin's Trophy, Vrasta's Contempt, and Vivian Reed. Why do they have negating against us? Like, that feels really... I know you can only take so much out, but... I mean, I guess it's for those sorts of situations where you have a single threat and you need to protect it. And obviously it works really nice with Teferi. So, yeah, okay. But the fact that they had it, very tilting. This hand could be better, but I think it's a keep. You know, we get a couple of Deece cards and we're away. And in the mirror match, it's insanely good. If this is Fog, then we're hooped. Okay, this is looking like a Fog deck. If opponent could make a play, so I'm going to have to ask you to make a play. Got to torment the gargoyles. Yep, it's banned. Isn't that wonderful? I hate fighting against this deck. At least they don't have a counter spell. Graveyard. We need an Assassin's Trophy. Graveyard with you too. Wildgrowth Walker is surprisingly good against these decks, though, I have to say. As long as they're not actually, like, actual Fog. Oh, come on. They've got the fog. They've got Frilled Mystic? Sure. Not 100% normal, but normal enough that I should have recognised that they didn't have a counter on 3, but they probably would on 4. Okay, well, you're a little late to the party, let's be totally honest here. Is there any purpose to playing a 3/3 Hydroid Crisis? No. Yes, actually, it takes it from a 3-turn clock to a 2-turn clock. All right. Okay, there we go. Okay, and this turn they're off to the races, clearly. Crisis, gain 2 life. If they've got a Nexus of Fate, we're conceding. Oh, never mind, they didn't have it. Sweet. Giving them extra lands doesn't feel great, especially when I'm not just killing their Wilderness Reclamations, but... yeah, alright, we're done. We're done. Crashing Brontodon. Taking out Carnage Tyrants, Hydroid Crasises, Hostage Takers. Kind of want to take out a Contempt, maybe 2. Yeah, let's put in some Crawl Harpooners. Don't particularly want Find Finalities either. Actually, I'd rather have Hydro Crasises than the Find Finalities, I think. Obviously, they're going to be bringing in some number of creatures here, but we can't deal with both halves of the deck, so we have to hope that they don't draw the creature half and that we can deal with the combo half, basically, I think. That was a rubbish hand. This is a good hand. Oh, wait a minute. This is a great hand. This is a turn 2 Unmoored Ego. Take all of your Nexus of Fates out. Yeah, we'll keep you on top. You're a spell. Pay 2. Llanowar Elves. Pay 2. Okay, so I'm still not sure if I'm meant to take Wilderness Reclamation or Nexus of Fate. In this deck, I think it's Nexus of Fate. Okay, so in hand, we've got a Dovin Grand Arbiter, Chemisters, Cleansing Nova, and a bunch of lands. Oh, and a Settle. Sorry, I missed the Settle. Oh, they don't have the Nexus of Fates anymore. Oh, this is just a balanced control deck now. A really odd one, but a bank control deck nonetheless. Oh, yeah, they've just got a bunch of angels. Oh, fine. Fine. You may play your stupid transformational sideboard nonsense. Like I say, I don't... The problem is, you never know if they're going to do it. So playing around it is bloody impossible. Okay, well. See if we can get some damage down before they... Remind myself what Dovin Grand Arbiter does. The answer to that question is Dovin does not do enough. So I think we're just playing into the settle next turn. Oh, they're not going to settle this turn. How handy. Okay, I wanted to go for the Cleansing Nova. I like it. I like it. Cool. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Yeah, whatever. Back to the bottom of Platinum 2. Brilliant. We've been at this for a couple of hours now, and we've actually gone down 2 slots, so not going great. Problem is, I don't actually think any of our other decks would have done any better. I think we'll keep that. Mirror match! Yay! With this hand, it's going to be so good. Could have done with drawing like a J-Light Ranger or something there, though. Okay, this is getting silly now. Let's get our point in while we can. Tempted to cast a 2/2 Krasis here. Thank you, deck, for saving me from myself. Screw you, deck, for giving me all of these lands. Did they leave the Llanowar Elf on top? Really? They needed lands. They need lands. Like, they haven't played their land drop for this. Oh, no. No, they have. Sorry, my bad. Okay, well. So if they have a removal spell for this Merfolk Branch Walker, then playing out this Vivian Reed is actually really bad. Because they do get to go, kill this Merfolk Branch Walker, kill your Vivian Reed. We could play out a 3/3 Hydroid Krasis into opponent's Vivian Reed, probably. I'm not actually against that. I would trade this Merfolk Branch Walker for any one of these creatures. Yep, cool. I probably should have attacked first then. Because then I would have been able to cast my Vivian Reed and start ticking them up. Okay, Jade Light, cool. There's the Reed. Graveyard. Okay. They really wanted that land. And amusingly, all of their lands are coming in tapped. Yeah, I'm going to block that. Cool. Hello, Vivian. Can I take up with you, please? I was actually just thinking, I think I'd take another Llanowar Elves. Because obviously I can cast it, and then I can cast a massive Hydro Crisis. Yep, there's their Vivian Reed. They took a Llanowar Elves as well. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. No blocks. Okay, well that's pretty good. Let's see what we've got. Tick up. That is just an absolute... That's so much choice. That is so much choice. Then we're going to take this Jade Light, right? This Carnage Tyrant, rather. We could hostage take Llanowar Elves Branch Walker. We could Carnage Tyrant, leaving up all three as blockers. No, I like the hostage taker line. Obviously, it leaves us in a little bit of a hole against... leaves us in a little bit of a hole against opposing... yeah, you know what? We just want stuff to do with our mana. We're going to knock you down while we get the opportunity. Against opposing Hydro Crisis. Crasi. But we've got Vivian Reed to tick down. Jade Light, not Branch Walker. I actually don't know when that... Oh, Hostage Taker. That's annoying. Take my Merfolk Branch Walker? Tilt? Very much tilt. Alright. Dang it. I mean, we've got this Carnage Tyrant, so we've got a way of just ending the game here. I'm gonna block here. Yeah, nice. No attacks this turn. Next turn, Carnage Tyrant's going at that Vivian Reed, though. Because we need to start ticking her down. You have to show it to me? Yeah, well done, game. Okay, they took a land there. Interesting. Branch Walker, binning it, sure. Left their second Jade Light on top, though. I think that's a pretty good plan. Ooh, yeah, that was nice. Okay, okay. No, we're just going to take the action because our hand's full of lands. We could actually get back the hostage taker, take their hostage taker hostage, pass their hostage taker, take their Jadelight Ranger hostage. Not against that, actually. But I think it's just send here. Force them to trade away a bunch of stuff. Yep. That's a pretty perfect block there. 7 and 7, so I get through no points of damage. Kind of figured. You, however, can stay right there. Okay, we have to knock this Vivian Reed down this turn. Crashing Brontodon main board. Interesting. Interesting. I'm a little annoyed that I didn't attack earlier with the bunches of Lana rolls that I've got going on here. Because obviously I thought I was going to want the mana, but... Okay. Okay, and now we've all just got Hydrocrisis for days. Let's tick Vivian Reed up. Hostage taker. Take hostage taker hostage. Play hostage taker. Take Jadelight Ranger hostage. Let's keep back that Branch Walker, actually. Yep. Keeps it at 4. Don't blame them. Okay, there's their Carnage Tyrant. Okay. A Find Finality here would actually be kind of great. Oh, dang it. So I kind of want to. What I'm thinking is, if I play this Jadelight Ranger, what we can do is we can attack this Vivian Reed, and then if they block with the Hydrocrisis, I get to tick up my Vivian Reed. Yeah, let's just do this. Let's play Jadelight Ranger here. Oh man, I really want that. Am I... So we can go there, there, and there. This is an attack for 6. We can make this an attack for 13 at them. Sorry, we can make this attack for 16 at them, putting them to 4, but they can just Hydro Krasis a bunch of it back. Yeah, I think this is correct. Five plus 3 is oftentimes 8. We're going to make this a 6/6, leaving up one of the Lanner Elves. Nice, nice. And we picked up a trophy. Okay, this one's looking like it's in the bag here. That was touch and go there. When they had the Vivian Reed basically ready to ultimate, that was pretty scary. Finding back a Hydro Krasis and a Hostage Taker. Hostage Taker, take my Hydro Krasis hostage. Yep, obvs. Play a Brontodon as a blocker. Well, I guess I'll take the spell, but... Assassin's Trophy that our attack is massive and they die. And I'm going to Assassin's Trophy the Hostage Taker in case I'm wrong here, because I don't want them casting my Hydro Krasis. And then the Hydro Krasis dies. Perfect. Please be dead now. That leaves them super dead. Yeah, there's no actual way out from here. Cool. We got there. Like I say, a little bit touch and go for a second. But we got there. There's a possibility that we could have had them dead a little bit earlier. Kind of want to send that one to my coach, actually, and be like, did I do this right? Sideboarding. They have the Carnage Tyrant back in the deck. I agree with that at the moment. Wildgrowth Walkers can definitely come out. I think we're meant to bring in the Ritual of Soot if we're bringing in the Eldest Reborn. And possibly we're also meant to be bringing in the Thrashing Brontodon. No, it's the Cast Downs, isn't it? It's the Cast Downs. I don't think there's any other cuts I want to make here. That second Cast Down looks pretty good. To be fair, the Harpooners and the Brontodons also look reasonable in certain positions. Harpooners more than the Brontodons if they've got Thief of Sanity in the sideboard. But if they've got Eldest Reborn in the sideboard, maybe Brontodon is what we want, you know. Oh, very tricky, very tricky. No, I think this is it. Like I say, we're bringing in that contempt, that Eldest Reborn, so the ritual is probably kind of needed to just clear out the board a bit. Oh, you're so close to being good. A land, any land in the first 2 draw steps. Jade Light Ranger, and we're probably away. Oh, mulligan. That's better. That's a way better hand. You're tempting, actually. Yeah, all right. We've got no other forms of interaction. Obviously, we're going to need another land at some point, but that's always going to be the case. So, you know, if you don't draw lands, you are just going to die. So, Come on, opponent, please do a thing. Thank you. Right, I've had my first 2 turns mapped out while I'm sitting here. I mean, that is because I am very familiar with this deck now, but... Little insect. Little lizard thingy. Yep, there we go. Opponents finally learned how to, you know, move spells around on the game board. Elf, no third land? Oh no, they found the third land. Okay. No blocks. Land. Sweet. Yeah. Here is a Vivian Reed on turn 3. Can you beat it? I have a spare. I think we're going to take the Jade Light Ranger here. It's tempting to take the Forest, just so that we've definitely got like land number 6 next turn, but if I don't have to, I'd rather not play this Hydroid Crisis. And we've still got Vivian Reed next turn, so we might just be, you know, ticking her up to find a land. I mean, this is obviously the problem with the turn 3 Vivian Reed. She never has any protection. Unless you've, like, gone that really odd draw that's, like, Llanowar Elves into... Oh, I suppose, no, on turn 2 you could have Branchwalker Llanowar Elves, couldn't you? I was about to say the 3 Llanowar Elf draw. And you've still hit all your land drops. The opponent is deep in the tank once more. While they are deep in the tank, I'd like to thank you all very much again for joining us tonight. It's really great doing this. I'm actually super enjoying this. If you haven't already, please do hit that follow button. It helps out a ton. Okay. What? Did they time? I didn't actually see. I wasn't watching. So I'm going to go with... oh, I could have activated the Incubation Druid and then played Jade Light Ranger off of it. That would have been good. So I'm going to do this and then we'll see. Okay. Opponent didn't have the removal spell for it. They have the second black source for the Contempt. No, they've got the Hostage Taker to steal my Incubation Druid. Okay, well, I'll be getting that back in a second when I steal their Hostage Taker. And then everyone can sit around with having no power on the battlefield. Yeah, okay. Opponent's had enough. So after a really tense game 1, I went turn 3 Vivian Reed on the draw. And my opponent didn't do anything on their turn 4, including play a land. And then they conceded. So, yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty good to keep going, I think. Getting a little tired, though, I will admit that. It's obviously relatively late here. I think we're going to call it there. That was a good point to stop, I think. So we're gonna end it there. I'm going to say thank you all very much to everyone for coming and hanging out tonight. It's been really great to do this again. I will be back on Sunday with more of the grind. Hopefully a longer stream, looking to do 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. and then 7 p.m. till hopefully like 11 p.m. on Sunday, but it all depends. And then obviously everything goes up in the air because I'm actually on holiday in 2 weeks with my wife's family. Then I've got stuff to do before GP London. I actually got a funeral the day before GP London, so that's going to be horrendous. So yeah, a lot of stuff going on, and please do follow my Twitter. I will be updating a weekly stream schedule on there. Thanks for joining us, Sim. Yeah, I think that's a good enough point to stop, and these games have all been really brain burners, so I'm cutting it there. We're calling it. Yeah, thanks everyone for joining us, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.